We had been married for more than a decade. 10 years of laughter, struggles, building a home together, planning a future that seemed certain. I always thought that once you reach that point in a marriage, you stop worrying about whether or not your partner truly loves you. You just assume the bond is strong enough to last a lifetime. But one evening, while the world outside felt calm, my wife looked me straight in the eye and shattered everything with a single sentence. She said, "I like you, but I'm not in love with you." At first, I laughed nervously, thinking she was joking, maybe trying to tease me into one of our long late-night conversations. But her face didn't change. Her voice was steady, almost too calm. That calmness hurt more than anger would have. I felt my chest tighten as the words echoed in my head. Not in love. After 10 years. After everything we built. I asked her what she meant, my voice breaking without me realizing it. She sighed, as though she had prepared for this moment for weeks. "You're good to me," she said softly. "You've always been good to me. But it's not love anymore. It hasn't been for a long time." The way she spoke, like she was describing the weather, made me feel invisible. That night, I lay awake beside her. She turned her back to me, scrolling on her phone until she fell asleep, while I stared at the ceiling replaying every memory we ever had. Our first date, when she wore that blue dress and laughed too hard at my bad jokes. The night we moved into our first apartment, eating takeout on the floor surrounded by boxes. The time she grabbed my hand during a storm because she said she felt safe with me. Safe. That word haunted me now, because she used it again. Safe, but not loved. The days that followed were torture. She walked around the house as if I wasn't there, giving me polite smiles instead of the warm laughter I once knew. When I tried to hold her hand, she let it slip away. When I asked if she wanted to go out, she said she was tired. Her phone buzzed constantly, and though she swore it was just friends or work, I couldn't shake the feeling that she was already giving her heart to someone else. One evening, I finally broke. "Do you even want to fix this?" I asked, my voice trembling. "Or are you already gone?" She hesitated, then looked at me with pity, not love, and whispered, "I don't want to pretend anymore. My heart isn't here." I can't explain the silence that followed. It wasn't just in the room. It was inside me. A crushing emptiness. For 2 weeks, I tried to hold on. I told myself maybe she'd change her mind, maybe it was stress, maybe love could be rebuilt. But every night she pulled further away. She'd laugh louder on the phone than she did with me. She'd fall asleep without even saying goodnight. I realized I was the only one fighting for a marriage that was already dead. Finally, one Friday evening, I packed a small bag. Not much, just enough clothes and essentials to get by. I stood at the door, waiting, hoping she would say something to stop me. Anything. But she didn't cry, didn't argue, didn't beg. She just looked at me with tired eyes and whispered, "I'm sorry." That was the moment I knew. She had left me long before I ever walked out the door. Driving away from the house we had built together, I couldn't stop the tears. The roads blurred through my vision, and memories of our life played like a cruel movie in my head. I thought love ended with betrayal, with shouting, with anger. But I learned something that night. Sometimes love ends quietly, in the spaces between words, in the hugs that stop happening, in the eyes that no longer search for yours. And for me, it ended with a single sentence that will stay with me forever. "I like you, but I'm not in love with you."